Howdy! Welcome to Aspire Mountain Academy. I'm Professor Curtis, your instructor for this course in Introductory Statistics. In less than 10 minutes, this video provides yet even more practice in using StatCrunch to conduct hypothesis testing on a population mean. Let's get started. So in this problem, we're going to be looking at a sample of highway speed. So we've got 12 vehicles in our sample, traveling on a highway out of a major city around 3:30 p.m. on a weekday. So just at the, cusp start of the rush hour out of town. Mean speed for the sample of 12 vehicles, 60.67 miles per hour. Standard deviation, 4.075 miles per hour. Now, they didn't tell us where the city was, but you know for a fact, okay, if you're familiar at all with Treasure Valley traffic in the banana belt of Idaho, coming out of Boise, that's not going to be your major city because people, traveling there is going to be, well, I don't know, 3:30? Yeah, you're probably busting 70, 75, even though the speed limit is 65. So, of course, just give it another like 45 minutes and traffic will slow down to about like 20 miles per hour if it's moving at all. So, yeah, definitely somewhere else is where this major city is. Notice we have the same standard 5 questions we always have, so we're going to be answering those again. And then here the claim is that the mean speed of the vehicles is less than the posted speed limit of 65. So we're claiming that the people are going to be obeying the law. Yeah, right. When it comes to speed limit, it's more likely that they're not. But let's just see how this works. Let's see how this pans out. So first up, what's our null and alternative hypothesis? So you should be able to do this. So with that in mind, go ahead and pause the video. Come up with your answer. Come back to the video. We'll see how you did. Okay, let's see how we did here. So, what are our hypotheses? First, we're going to think about the claim. Here, the claim is that the mean is going to be less than or equal to 65. So, it says no more than. That's the same thing as less than or equal to. So, there's our claim. We can now write our null hypothesis. And that's just going to be a statement of equality because that's what it is by definition. So here's our null hypothesis. And then the alternative hypothesis, typically we just take the claim and adopt it as our alternative hypothesis. But notice here in this instance, we have a semblance of equality there with the claim. So therefore, we cannot adopt it as our our alternative hypothesis. We have to take the complement. So complement of being less than or equal to is being greater than. There's our alternative hypothesis. So yes, we're going to have a mismatch with our claim, but that's okay. We look at that inequality sign in our alternative hypothesis, and it says we have a one-tailed test on the right. Next, what's the test statistic? Well, you should be able to get this out. So yeah, you've got what you need. You got the summary stats there that you can go ahead and use StatCrunch for. So go ahead, pull up StatCrunch after you pause the video and see how you solve this problem. And then come back to the video and we'll see how well you did. Okay, let's see how we did here. So, test statistic, we're going to get from StatCrunch, go to Stat, T-stats, because we don't know what the population standard deviation is. One sample, because we've got just the one sample. With summary, because we've got, we've just got summary stats. We don't have any actual data. Enter your information in the options window. So up at top, you're going to put in your summary stats, and then make sure those fields for the hypothesis test are matching. And away you go. Hit compute. Get your results window out. Test statistic, as always, second to last number there in the results window. If you get that right, you're going to get the p-value. So the p-value here, you can see right next door to the t-stat, it's going to be, that last value there in the results window. Decide whether to reject the null hypothesis. Okay, great. You got the numbers you need. So go ahead and make your decision after you pause the video. And then once your decision's made, come back to the video. We'll see how well you did. Okay, let's see how well you did with this. So, rejecting the null hypothesis or failing to reject the null hypothesis? Which way do we go? Well, if we use the p-value, we're going to be comparing it with our critical value region, which we see right here, our alpha level 1%. So there's our critical region, the region of rejection, and we're going to compare the p-value with that. We got to go back to our results window, get that last value out of the table, and we see 0.9982, practically 1. It's going to be greater than, pretty much any significance level we're going to select. So definitely outside the region of rejection, definitely going to fail to reject H0. Alternatively, look at where the test statistic, notice where it puts us, negative 3.68. That's going to be way over here on the left side of our distribution. Region of rejection over here on the right, definitely way outside the region of rejection. Therefore, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. And finally, what do you conclude from the hypothesis test? So here you've got your 4 options. You know that simple pattern, it should be okay for you. Though I don't know why, but for some reason, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking about that knight from what was that movie? Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Then the third one, which personally I think is the best one of the series, but that's a discussion for another time. Anywho, he said, you must choose, but choose wisely. For as the real grail will bring life, the false grail will take it from you. Yeah, so I don't think anything's going to be taken from you. Well, you'll get points taken away from you if you answer this wrong in an assignment, but you know the drill. So go ahead, pause the video, and make your selection. Choose wisely, and then come back. We'll see how wisely you chose. Okay, let's see how we did here. So, what do we conclude from the hypothesis test? Well, we failed to reject the null hypothesis. Therefore, there is not sufficient evidence. We have a one-tailed test. Therefore, we're going to support the claim. The answer option we're looking for with those 2 elements, answer option B. So there's not sufficient evidence because we failed to reject the null hypothesis. We support the claim because it's a one-tailed test. The rest of the statement is just a restatement of the claim. And that brings us to the end of this lecture video. Yeah, another mini lecture down the tubes. I hope you found it helpful. You can find more mini lectures for this and other courses at AspireMountainAcademy.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.